Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. That is WSBN.TV, Facebook, YouTube, X. Where else, Tommy? Is that it?
WSB.
Where?
WSB.
Oh, yeah. WSBN.TV as well. Today's topic, this morning's topic, unrealistic expectations. You can find this article now on the free to access HeisHockey.com website. Pass it around to your kiddos, your friends, your teammates, if you're a coach, to your players. This one is going to hit close to home. It's that time of the year. Main camps, pre-draft camps, ID camps at the USHL level, North American Hockey League level, NCDC, BCHL, all across Canada. Everybody's in on the prospect identification game. Hold on. What they're really in on is the cash grab from all the camps. But there has to be a way to ID prospects. So if one cap costs $600, that's probably a cash grab. If it costs $250, they might be breaking even. Something for your consideration. Parents are scurrying around the continent trying to find the very best opportunity for their amazing hockey prodigy. For some players, attention is acquired naturally. They're skillful. They have a tremendous work ethic that's very clear to see on the eyes. They present themselves with a high level of character. For most, one of those key areas is falling short, and they just don't get the same type of opportunities. So what is a parent to do? Aside from being an 8-figure wealthy individual that can buy their prodigy a team, opportunities, buy into a club, most of us have to settle for something different, and that would be lowering your expectations slightly to match your player's actual level of play at that moment. Much of that happens after the pre-draft camp if they don't get invited to the main camp, or after the main camp when they don't get invited to the training camp. That's where parents discover the reality of their situation. That's where players discover, for the most part, the reality of the situation. Way too often, this is the time when parents lash out at the team or lash out at the advisor, like what I dealt with yesterday. As a player advisory company, one of the most difficult jobs we have are managing expectations of parents and their players. Just what it is. When we present opportunities or plan for the offseason and our plan for next season, we generally do it in 3 tiers: an A plan, a B plan, and a C plan. Everybody focuses on the A plan. Hey, I got invited to a USHL camp. I must be a USHL player. And then what happens once they come out of that camp? Well, I was in a USHL camp. I'm too good to play in the North American Hockey League. Or worse, I was in a North American Hockey League camp, and I'm not going to pay to play hockey anywhere. That's ludicrous. Here's why. It's unfortunate because parents are very quick to make that decision, to make that choice that my kid's too good for pay to play. If he's going to be 18, they resort back to, well, I'll just go back to AAA for his last year of eligibility at AAA. What can go wrong? What goes wrong is he only has 2 years of junior eligibility after that. That's what happens. It's very hard for a 19-year-old rookie to break into one of these top 3 leagues, just the way it is. And then there's the money. I can't afford to spend $15,000 a year to play on one of these East Coast USPHL, EHL, or NA3HL teams. I'll just take my 18-year-old home and we'll play AAA. Now, this is from the exact same parent that spent $45,000 over the last a year for the last 3 years on a prep school team, or a prep hockey team, or an academy team. But all of a sudden, $15,000 is out of the question. Clearly, that math wasn't done on that decision. But, they're not doing pay to play. Then there is this one. Oh, I'm way better than that guy. I smoked that winger in Bantam. Why is he the North American Hockey League and not me? Easy answer to the question. He possesses something you don't as a player. Either it was your work ethic, your character, or he's just a much better hockey player than you are. That's a tough pill to swallow. So when one item, talent, is not the issue, it may be the other two, work ethic and character. Reality can be a nasty pill to swallow. God, we see that every single day. Some kids just cannot face the concept of maturation. Some kids show way too many emotions at these camps. Body language, your own personal presentation, how you walk into the building, how you present yourself in the room could have a very lasting impression on the teammates and on the team staff. Situation close to home, a player that we've been helping for a year. He's been to 3 different North American Hockey League teams. He's been to a very high profile select prospect event. Didn't do very well at a camp. He was put on a bad team, and he just didn't fare well. It was not good at all. And it upset him. But now that problem's mine, because it's all my fault that the kid was there. It's all my fault that his parents have spent money on the camp. And now it's all my fault that they can't pay their bill for us. Now you know why my wife has me wheeling around that big black car all over Orlando as a chauffeur. Got to pay for my hockey habit. Here's what I know. Opening a door of opportunity is easy for me. Just about every league on the continent, we have contacts within our network, within those leagues, to open those doors for our clients. I can't skate for those kids. I can't stop pucks for those kids. You guys got to do that. But I'm never going to open one of those doors for a player that has no business even being on the ice for that team. Made that mistake in the past. I really didn't know what kind of player we had. He was close to a team. He went there and he wasn't even close. And the coach ripped me a new backside for that. Didn't really hurt because that team's going to have a 3HL team next year. So maybe it was a player that might be a prospect for that 3HL team. But overall, the kid did not fare well. Luckily enough, the previous 20 kids, 19, did much better. So that's okay. Play by the averages. But if I was to continue dropping turds into his punch bowl of hockey players at the NA level, he's not going to take my phone call anymore. And that's not good for the remainder of our clients. So if I don't suggest that a client go to an NA team, I'm not going to. Or go to a USHL camp, I'm not going to. I'm not going to have you waste your time or the coach's time or wasting an opportunity on someone that has no business being there. That's just the reality of the business. I want players that have a passion for the game. I want players that work hard when nobody's looking. I want players that have displayed exceptional character. I don't want guys who only have one of those three things in play. And if they have the talent, but they don't want to work for it, they're not really a great person in the room. They're having a good time drinking and hitting that vape pipe. That's not the guy I want to work with. If that's you, don't call me. Don't bother. Don't waste my time on you that I could be spending with someone else that deserves it. Are you a player that deserves that opportunity? Are you a parent of a player that deserves that opportunity? By all means, give me a call. Tommy, that's it. Let's wrap it up. So until tomorrow, hope that you enjoy your morning coffee. Have a great day in hockey.